I'm creating this video for your entertainment. I'm creating this video so you can learn from my mistakes. And I'm creating this video so we can all laugh instead of crying. In this video, I'm sharing my experience with Booksprout, and this has been asked for plenty of times. So it is time to dive in. Let's go. Booksprout is the best way for authors to spend time writing and less time organizing. This is how you get reviews. So if you don't have an audience, but you want to get your book out there and you want feedback from it, then you can join Booksprout.co. And I'm going to show you the payment plans and what I did. I signed up for the growing author because it seemed like it was the perfect starter plan for any author who wants to step up their game. Like I wanted to step up my game. That's why I did this. And I had learned about this in a coaching program. The coaching program was about creating high content, but because I had already written my book, I felt like this would be good information from, people who've done it before me. So I dove in, and something that I learned from this coaching program is that you can sign up also to read books. So you get access to them for free, but then you leave reviews that can be published on Amazon. So you set up a campaign. That's what I did. You can see here the Radical Authenticity Guide, which I was able to get to #1 bestseller despite this beautiful experience right here. Okay, so over on the right-hand side, there's a manage, tag, share, edit. And inside of here, you can, if you think your book has been stolen, apparently this is also a way for pirates to get in. I didn't know that was a thing, but it's a thing. Your book, I don't know what's worse, what happened to me or a pirate stealing my book. I don't know. Anyways, I digress. It's cool. It's a cool pirate though, huh? Right? It's a statue. Okay, so I submitted my book here, and it's I think it's 18. You kind of set the limits of your campaign, and then a bunch of people join. And I don't know if my participation means one person left a review or if one person participated, but for some reason it didn't get that much traffic. I don't know if it was the beginning of the year or around Christmas time, and that was a bad time to launch. I didn't spend much time on Booksprout. I just followed the tutorial in the coaching program to do this and asked about it in the group and learned about a myth, a woman, a legend that leaves really bad reviews. And there's no way to really avoid certain people on this site unless you have their email address. I'm going to share with you at the end of this video things that I did not do and things that I would do for my next book that I'm writing, so then you can learn from my mistakes. Okay. So essentially, this person picked out my book to read. It's probably the beautiful cover, right? Or she was just like, another victim. Okay, she gave me a 2-star review. And I am just protecting her identity because I feel kind of bad. I feel kind of bad that this person has a rumor like this on the internet, that they leave really scathing reviews for people's books. And many people that do high content have said that the reviews were really hard to come back from because they were just launching. Like I have an email list. I have you guys know how authentic and transparent I am. Like I'm not worried about this. And like this book was a self-help memoir book. Like there are certainly so many stories about me and takeaways of how you can make your life better through authenticity that she just might not have been my customer, right? So that's a really interesting point when using Booksprout. Like, are you in front of your customer? This person essentially, there is not, I couldn't find there really any positivity about this. So I don't know that this is my customer. Anyways, but I often try to resort to compassion and empathy, and I actually just feel really bad about this I feel for this person. Okay. So anyways, when you have someone that joins your campaign in Booksprout, you can read the review, which takes you to Amazon, which I just showed you. You can invite them to your team. I'm like, what is that? And you can block them from future campaigns. This would be where that button is, right? Or you could send them a message. Should we send them a message? Okay, so I'm not a grumpy cat. I'm allergic to cats. Don't be a grumpy cat. Anyways, this is where you would message them. I don't know. What would you say? I love you. I see you. And I hope that, I wish you well. Ah! Anyways, so here's the takeaways. I think, I don't know, I could talk so much. This video could go so many different ways, but let's just talk about what to make a book better. And my experience could just be a different, okay. So when I joined this coaching program, I already had an email list, and this book was based off of a course that I launched. So your experience might actually mean that you can just use your community that you already have to launch the book. You don't need Booksprout. Maybe you have a following on Twitter or Instagram, or you have a lot of family and friends that love you. Like, I mean, I feel like I have that, but I was just in this coaching program. I am like a rule follower. If someone tells me XYZ, I will do XYZZZ. Like, I want to make sure that I'm getting the same results. Results are really important to me. That's why you guys come to this channel. Like, so my experience, I had the list. I should have just used my email list to promote this instead of using Booksprout, but not everybody has that. So it was like I was trying to come at it from this angle instead of like using my advantage, which now is a disadvantage, but it's okay. Your community, you're going to have people that support you already that can do the same thing that you're getting from Booksprout, okay? Family and friends. Now, you don't want to spam sites and say, go buy this book, but like if you're building a brand and you want to talk about it, like I think that's okay too. If you're in Facebook groups, if you just wrote a book about gardening and you want to spread awareness, you can certainly use social media to do that and leverage your social media that way. Talk about your book, talk about the writing of your book. Like, honestly, the biggest takeaways is I should have shared more of my story on YouTube so people would know more about me launching this book. That's like one of the things that I'll do next time, which you guys have heard I'm working on a second book about rejection. So I put it out there once, but I'm going to have to keep talking about rejection. Maybe I could use this lady's review in my rejection book. It fits perfectly. Okay, so even book clubs, like starting a book club around your book and getting people excited in that way, and even going to your local library and talking about getting your book in there, buying so many copies for it to be on the shelves. There's so many different options that you could do. So when people ask me like, hey, what was your experience with Booksprout? Like, I have a very small sample size, right? I have one participant that did not help me. Like, and this is a really important lesson overall for all of us, is that sample size will build your perspective, your perception of the world. So there might be plenty of people without an email list that love using Booksprout because they get really good reviews and they've already figured out how to block the myth, the woman, the legend. But that was not my experience. So it's a very small sample size that I have. Would I use Booksprout again? I don't think I would. And here's my exception, is maybe if I was building a brand with a pen name that I wasn't comfortable sharing with people online, then for privacy and for building that book, I think Booksprout is great. As you guys know, I'm working on a second book about rejection, and it's written by me and it's going to be under my name. So there's no reason why I should look to strangers or people that are struggling to they're not, I don't need words. You guys know. A picture that says 1,000 words. Okay, so moving forward, if I was building a brand without my face and a different name, Booksprout has a place. But for me, like where I want to be known and trusted, then using these things like Facebook groups, social media, my email list, community, like that is the best route to go. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm allergic to all cats, by the way. I will share more details about publishing high content if you guys ask questions. Specific questions always help me to help you guys better. So learn from my mistakes and have a great day. Love you guys. Peace out.